So, I'm Jenny. I'm the founder of the Abram Foundation. This is Nitin Sawhney. He's one of our amazing patrons. And we're just in his studio mucking about. Well, Nitin is mucking about. I'm just watching in awe. And we're just having a little catch up, aren't we?
Yeah.
And you've got quite a lot of exciting things going on today.
Well,
today in your life this year.
Yeah, well, one of which is, it's the 20th anniversary of Beyond Skin, and Beyond Skin was an album I made back in 1999, and it got Mercury nominated in 2000. But it was essentially about nationality, identity, race, religion, and it was all encapsulated in a kind of paradox of all of that. So I started it off with the Indian Prime Minister of that time, Vajpayee, actually talk about how proud he was that they were testing 3 nuclear bombs in the Pokhran Range in India. And then I finish it with Oppenheimer, who's an American-born scientist of German descent, who was crying when he was talking about his creation of the nuclear bomb, and he was quoting from the Bhagavad Gita, which is the Hindu scripture, in condemnation of his own creation. So it was kind of, there's an irony to it in that you've got somebody who's theoretically nothing to do with Hinduism, who was the maker of the bomb, condemning it, using that religion, and he's come from a totally different national background. And then you've got the Indian Prime Minister, who's supposed to be a spiritual leader as well, because he was the head of the BJP, which was what they called the Hindu fundamentalist kind of organisation. So it's kind of, but it wasn't about that. It was about the paradoxes of nationality and religion. So it was kind of using that as a way to encompass it or to encapsulate all those ideas. And so it was a very themed album, and there were lots of I had my mum and dad interviewed on there talking about immigration. There was a track called The Immigrant, my dad talking about how proud he was to come over to England at the time, and how he was shown pictures of Kew Gardens, and he had an idealised version in his mind of what he projected it would be like to live in England. And it was the same with my mum as well. So I kind of presented those and juxtaposed them against kind of different types of music and different types of lyric, which would kind of underline the reality of what it is to be an immigrant in this country.